Hey, what's up, guys? One the Tiger here, and I am bringing you a game of MLB 2010, the show. And if you've been following my channel for any, I don't know, within the last week, I've talked about baseball 3 times or something like that. So what I decided to do is pop in the good show, and here's my player that I got to the show. I think this is like the 2nd or 3rd season. I played it so much when I first got it. I've been playing the show since 08 on the PlayStation 2. So I played 08, 09, 10, and I'm looking to buy 11. And I'm sort of undecided. I was talking to Chris, my Kakalaki camper, about this today, and that's because from 08 to 09 there were significant changes. Like, you can modify your player, you could change your player's number. Check this out. I'm gonna get robbed right here. You can change the player's number, and then from 09 to 10 there weren't many big changes. I was sort of on the fence about buying 10, but it just looks like a better game. It's just a little smoother. They brought back the running controls. It was R1 and L1 for running forward and then coming back to a base instead of using the analog sticks. And there was some sort of weather changing system that it looks pretty cool when the weather changes, when cloud cover comes in, and anyways, it's pretty cool. So I'm looking to pick up 11 and continue the road to show. This character's name is Scott McLean. I sort of an arbitrary name. I don't know where I came up with it, but it's based pretty much on me as far as like how I look, the kind of bats that I actually use in real life. And the only thing is I'm not a switch hitter anymore. I was a switch hitter in high school, and I didn't know, I just didn't fare that well as a switch hitter. And I think about halfway through my sophomore year, I switched back to just being a right-handed hitter. And under the advisement of my coach, he suggested I quit being a left-handed hitter and go back to being a solely right-handed hitter. So, I kind of miss being a switch hitter because it is an advantage. You have an advantage to be able to have the pitch coming at you instead of coming from whatever side you're hitting on. And since there are far more right-handed pitchers, you get a great advantage. The only problem is that left-handed, I just don't have the power that I have right-handed. I was like a pole hitter, right-handed, left-handed, excuse me, and right-handed I can hit both ways, but excuse me to all fields. Let me see here. What else? Oh, you know what? Okay, so this is the second day. This was the second day of school today, and I am in love with my classes. I really am, and especially the class that I had today, a class that I've been looking forward to. It's called History 342. It is the history of sports. Now, it's taught by this guy, Dr. Charles. He's not what you would imagine a sports fan to be like, but apparently he's a big sports fan. Anti-Yankees. So I was like, oh, cool. I had him last semester, and he was just a goofy guy. But his classes, his structure is different. There's actually writing assignments this time. Last time he just had tests and reading, and he'd go over the reading. But now we have a book, and we're going to do some online reading. So it's not going to be as cherry of a situation as I thought it was going to be initially. But it's really cool. And one of the big things about this class that I'm totally loving is that it's going to mainly be about baseball, which is awesome. I was like, yes. It's going to be about football. We're going to talk about auto racing. We're going to talk about the Olympics. We're going to talk about hockey for like a day, which is good because I'm not much of a hockey fan. But it's cool. We're going to talk about everything from say the Knickerbockers, and you talk about baseball. We're going to talk about stickball, meaning of baseball in early America. We're going to talk about baseball scandals. We're going to talk about the spectators, when it became a professional sport. We'll probably go over the great Bronx Bombers. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, it's going to be great. Anyways, I got something else I want to talk to you guys about. I'm looking at submitting a Gran Turismo 5 video to Machinima Sports. I've been watching some of the Gran Turismo 5 videos they have on Machinima Sports, and the commentators are not very good. There's one English kid that he's not very good, and then there's this other one, like a car modification one, and the guy was like robotic about how he's talking about, oh, if you do this intake modification, it'll increase your BHP. And got me thinking, I'm like, does he even know what the hell he's talking about? I mean, it stands for brake horsepower, but you know, say your brake horsepower. If you're going to be BHP, which is more or less a European thing, we don't really do brake horsepower here in the States. And then he talked about how close ratio transmission increased your horsepower and it makes it lightweight. Oh, and the exhaust system lightened the car and gave you more horsepower. I'm like, what are you talking about? And, you know, and I read some of the comments and like, he goes, I like this guy, but could you please get somebody who actually knows about cars? And so it sort of inspired me to make a video about cars and about what it is that I do. And I know a fair amount of cars, especially since I spent some time as a mechanic. So yeah, I'm a little nervous to do it. I mean, they've got like 189,000 subscribers, and I would really need to make sure my commentary was like squared away, you know. So yeah, let me know if you love your support. You know, I'm just nervous even thinking about this. I'd have to go through my hard drive and find out, you know, if I got a good game. Oh, here, okay. So right here, I was way ahead of that my last at bat, so I'm like, I'm gonna sit behind this pitch because I was getting a little ahead, and I go jack one and check it out. I actually watched this all the way through. Usually I just skip it through because it's a home run. It's a home run. No big deal. But look at where it hits. It hits this pole right there on the upper deck. Well, if you want to call that upper deck, but I mean it's the upper pavilion. I felt like a champ. I homered at Yankee Stadium. So, anyways, excuse me. Another reason why I'm bringing you this video is because when 2011 comes out, I'm thinking about doing, I know they have like Road to the Commander, but I'm thinking about doing a Road to the Show series for a player and just not going through every single game I play because that would be ridiculous. But maybe like the best game of a series, or maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe just showing the at-bats from a series. Oh, and by the way, I play video games to have fun. I don't play on hard. I don't play on veteran. I don't play on anything. You know, the controls to hit the ball. You know, in real life, it's the hand-eye coordination comes naturally. Everything is just sort of, you know, I mean, it just comes with practice and time. It's all about the timing. So I don't go into the whole thing about the stick control. I play on rookie. I like to have fun when I play baseball. I don't want to get frustrated. So there's that. Oh, and I don't play the field because it's boring. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And I don't always run. I'm only the lead runner. So whenever it's the lead runner, then I'll do the running. But other than that, I just want to hit, you know. That's what baseball is all about. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, I'm going to post some videos and we'll see what sort of response it gets later on. But this is sort of a preview to it. The Road to the Show series might be. But anyways, guys, that's my video. And I'll talk to you guys later.